Hi, what I'm hoping to do is a number of videos in which we will be focusing on developing your connection with your chakras, with your imagination, your aura, and to aid in your psychic development. So hopefully your focus, your attention span, your body awareness and capacity for placing your consciousness within parts of your anatomy and in time beyond your body. So to begin with, choose how are you going to sit? Are you going to lie, semi-recline? Are you going to be cross-legged? Are you going to sit with it on a chair with your feet straight down, back upright? You choose. The important thing is you don't fall asleep. So a little bit of tension is good. Tension as in maintaining some sort of structure. And keep your eyes open but unfocused, because we're going to focus internally rather than externally. So for this process, we will divide the torso and the head into 5 segments. At each segment, I will be asking you to imagine yourself behind yourself and with your etheric hands to connect with various bones, organs, and tissues. I call this kinesthetic sensing. So if you can imagine this, you will be imagining yourself behind your body and your hands will go to various places with your mind in your body. It'll become clear as I proceed. So let's do a little practice run on that. To begin with, I want you to I want you to see yourself with your hands and just focusing on the palms of your hands. Just gently bring your hands close together and separate them. And what I'd like you to do is sense the space between the hands and imagine or sense like there's a little compression of the air between your hands. And certainly when I do this, I experience some compression, pressure within the palms of my hands. I just want you to get a sense of that. This isn't particularly important. Okay, so once you've got that, I want you to focus inside into the frontal lobes behind the skull. And I want you to imagine your hands lifting up. Not with your real hands, just imagine it. Imagine your hands lifting up and do the same movement again, but without moving your hands, just with your mind and your imagination. And see if you can recreate that pressure sensation within the palms of your hands. Okay, the next bit I want you to do is I want you to imagine with your right hand, your left, it doesn't matter, and with one finger touch your nose. And I'd like you to, with your thumb and forefinger, tweak your nose so that you can sense your nose. So you'll probably notice that if you imagine doing that, you begin to sense your nose. And that's what we're after. We're after focusing our intention somewhere in our bodies. The next bit I want you to learn is this finger position. So you've got one forefinger, it could be left or right, it doesn't matter, and one little finger, they're loose. What we've effectively generated here is a polarization between positive and negative in our left and right side of the body. So we are electrically making a connection. And this you're going to keep for the next 10 minutes. So you will hold this posture, however you're sitting, and all I need from you is listen to my voice. So let's begin by focusing into the corners of our eyes and the corners of our lips to generate a little smile. When we smile, we relax. So the purpose here is to let go and relax. Let the shoulders go. And now I'd like you to go with your intention behind your forehead into the frontal lobes, which is also the third eye, the seat of the imagination. So as we connect there, we now imagine our lower back between the belly button and the top of the pelvic bone. From our imagination, from the frontal lobes, we come down to the lower back, and the area we're going to focus is between the belly button and the top of the pubic bone. And we start with the spine, the fourth and the fifth lumbar, which are below the belly button. And I want you to imagine yourself being behind your body, and with your hands, put your hands like cupping the vertebrae. So sense lumbar 4. So sense it. Bit of a smile, relax. Go down to lumbar 5. And come forward with your hands, with your etheric hands. Come forward through the tissues of the lower abdomen. Sense the skin. And what I require from you is to sense whatever may be inside your lower abdomen. You've got small intestine, large intestine, you've got your bladder. There's all manner of possible activity going on. I simply want you to be there with your hands, moving through, sensing, all the time relaxing. If at any stage as we do the exercise you become aware of pain, discomfort, take note of that and come back later. So with your mind's eye and your sensations, I want you to sense the whole of that segment of your body between your belly button and the top of your pubic bone. Relax all the time into it. And if your breath does come all the way down, relax into breathing. Allow your abdominal area to expand and contract. All the time we're sensing. That's all we're interested in. Sensing and imagining. Now move upwards to the next segment, which is between the belly button and the bottom of your xiphoid bone, which is the little bit at the very bottom of your sternum at the front. Again, we start at the back. Again, with your hands, come back. And we're going to go from the 3rd lumbar all the way to the 12th thoracic. So begin at the bottom, work your way up. Imagine, sense each vertebrae. You can give them a little tweak if you want to. All the time relaxing, letting go. Now this middle area has got a lot of organs, but we're not going to focus on them this time around. We'll leave it for the next meditation. Simply be aware that they're there as you, with your hands, go through the tissues of your upper abdomen. Come all the way around, muscles at the front. Now, some of the rib spaces belong to the middle section, 12 and 11, that just a little bit that sort of curves downwards. So be aware of that. Be aware of those ribs. Lower ribs, with your hands, with your kinesthetic hands, sense them, grab hold of them with your imagination. So now I'd like you to imagine the whole section and your hands grow to encapsulate all of it. So it's all between your hands. Your spine from lumbar 3 to 12th thoracic, the ribs, lower ribs, the tissues all the way to the front. Be aware of the sensations. You're going to have muscular sensations, so small intestine, large intestine sensations. And now we're going to move to the heart. Heart's behind the sternum. Smile to your heart. Imagine it cocooned with your hands. So you're holding your heart. Smile. You may not be able to do it today, but as you keep doing the exercise, can you sense your heart? Can you hear the thumping of your heart? Smile to your heart, relax. Sometimes it helps to be aware of the thumping in your throat as a means of connecting to the heart. If you say, oh, easy peasy, great. Connect with your belly button. Feel the thumping in your belly button. I'm not saying you're going to do this on the first session, but I hope you will do this for a couple of months. So now move upwards, and we're going to come up the spine. So now we go through all the thoracics, all the way up to thoracic 1. But not the cervicals. Work your way up them, sense them, give them a little tweak, see how they're doing. Notice any tensions, remember that for later. And as we come up, we're going to expand to the shoulder blades. Relax the shoulders. And we're going to follow the ribs all the way from the back towards the front, towards the sternum. And have a sense of all of it at the same time. The whole skeleton structure in terms of your ribs and your shoulders and your spine. So now we're going to move upwards. We're going to go into the lungs themselves, inside the ribs. And we're going to come up through our throat to just below the equivalent of the Adam's apple. Use your hands so that you can imagine the lungs as well as sense them. And the tubes that come up towards your throat, towards the Adam's apple. So now we're going to move to the last segment, and we're going to begin from the cervicals, so the back of the neck. There is 7 of them. We can speed this up a little bit. You can connect with all of them at the same time with your hands. We're now going to move upwards and forwards to the front of the throat above the Adam's apple, to the lower jaw. Come up with your hands, move the jaw a bit, sense the bone on the lower jaw, sense the joint where it hinges. Come up above it, into the cheeks, to the nasal bone cavity, around the eyes. Relax, soften your eyes. Now we're going to go backwards towards the ears. With your hands, grab hold of your ears. But I want you to go deep into the bone itself. Sense the bone. Imagine it. Go back towards the back of the head. Put your hands in there. Feel the bone. Sense the bone. Imagine, sense the texture. Come up to the top of the head. Come forward towards your forehead. And now go inwards into the frontal lobes where your third eye is. So we've now completed a whole cycle. You can take your fingers off. So release the hands. Come down from your third eye, connect with your heart. Put your left hand, etheric hand, in over your third eye, and your right hand into your heart. Smile. Now I'd like you to imagine the whole of your body. And as you were coming up, did you come across any tensions, any pains, any discomfort? If so, now is the time. As you stay focused in your heart and your third eye, I want you to open up your imagination to wherever you've got tension. Focus on the tension, but stay connected to your heart and third eye. And grow an extra pair of etheric hands and take them to wherever the tension was. And smile and relax into it. Be really interested. Go to the very center of the tension, wherever it is. See it with your mind's eye. Connect with your heart. Smile. Breathe into it. Drop the shoulders. The aim is to stay connected to the whole of you, all the different segments. So now we want an overview. And within that there are tensions. If so, allow them to express themselves. Keep coming back. It doesn't matter if you have thoughts in your head, just let them be there on the side, they don't matter. What matters is that you connect with your body. Keep coming back into the sensations. And if it helps, use your etheric hands to connect with different parts of your body, or the whole of your body. So these etheric hands you've had a simile of yourself from behind you, going into different parts of your anatomy. So one last bit. See yourself behind you. And now with your etheric hands, stretch them all around you. Give yourself a hug. So arms around you from behind. And hug yourself with a smile. With love, with tenderness. Right, when you're ready, just release your limbs and get on with your day. All the best.